Hey, vinyl community, it's Greg from Three Dimensions of Music, and I got another round to it. Yeah, I finally got around to it. I've been mulling this over for a couple of months. Uh, I wanted to talk to you guys about a thing I've been thinking about, how to carry on and everything like that without Steve A.T.W.A.S. I got some good news today about this gentleman, but he's been missed, and I wanted to just say hello, and I hope he comes back soon. If he does, um, everybody knows Steve at All the World's a Stage. I made this up just in case anybody spots him anywhere. There have been traces found on the interweb. Anyways, you thought I was going to say goodbye to you, right? I'm not saying goodbye. I'm having too much fun doing this. But Steve suddenly said goodbye, or somebody hacked his channel or something. But they took away a lot of fun things to watch, and I really enjoyed Steve bringing out his collection. It was just amazing seeing so much music put together. I actually tried to get him to move next door to me, but it didn't work out. Somebody got the house before him, so that's too bad. I would have loved to have his collection next door, but Steve, I salute you. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys what I got for the record store day, the Black Friday. I'll be real quick about it. Some of this stuff is really great. One of them's so-so for me, but pardon my furnace or my hot water heater. Hopefully you don't hear that too much. I bought Emily Rimler. It's a 3-album set of a lady that I really wasn't aware of. I'll admit, she's a jazz guitarist. And I hold this up high enough. Let me take this out of its wrapper real quick. It's a triple set of, oops, there goes the Emily Rimler. It is called Live Cooking at the Queens. Cooking at the Queens, which is a casino that was in Las Vegas. This is back in the mid 80s, I believe. Now, Emily has passed. She passed away very young. Uh, but I just really never heard of her. The one person that really got my interest was Mike at the In Groove. He mentioned her, and I looked her up, and I said, "This is something I think I'd like." She plays jazz guitar, um, very similar in the veins of Wes Montgomery, or even early George Benson. I hear that in her way she plays her guitar. She has there's a 3-piece and a 4-piece group, 2 different years. I think it's 85 and 88. And all these songs were compiled. This is all new, never before been released. So I jumped on it at Record Store Day. This one is 0880. I think they only made 3,000 of these. It's on Renaissance Records. So it's kind of a new label to me. The album, show you the label. It's a custom label for her. There's different shades of the colors on the label, but the albums, the vinyl, I should say, is just super quiet, very beautiful. I am enjoying this very much. It's taken me back to the days when I used to really get into some jazz guitar. I haven't really listened to much. I still have a lot in my collection. Nice edition, Emily Rimler. And there's if you can find it, it may be even cheaper now because if it didn't get picked up, let me pick this up real quick. It disappeared from the camera. It has a nice book, some nice pictures. This is right off the analog tapes. Now, is there any digital on here? I don't even want to go into that. Don't know. Don't care. It sounds beautiful, no matter what they did with it. A lot of great text involved with it. A lot of great stuff to read. I think it's a great document of this lady's prowess on the jazz guitar. Emily Remler. Next one I got, and I really got to give credit to Steve from All the World's a Stage. Tony Levin, I bought a CD out in the wild at a flea market, and what's pretty cool is this one has a autograph on it, which is kind of neat. Tony Levin looks like he signed it. Probably somebody went to a concert and bought the CD or brought it with them, but they sold it for a buck or two, and I picked it up. And this is called Tony Levin, one of his solo albums, Pieces of the Sun. It's very good. I like it. So thanks to Steve for introducing me from his collection to Tony Levin. On Record Store Day, I bought the Tony Levin, and I'll tell you what, this is fantastic. It's let me show you this album. It's so much fun to look at. Now the records themselves, as far as the labels, not too spectacular. Black and silver. It did come with an Obi strip. It's kind of a hassle. Anyways, I kept it. But this actual presentation of this album, this guy, it's a beautiful paper used, kind of like a matte finish, but he's got some great pictures in here. It's like a booklet inside. It reminds me of the Jethro Tull album, where they have the booklet inside. But there's some great pictures of all his bass guitars. Matt, down in Florida, buddy, you would love this because I know you love bass because you love Jocko and Prime Analog Records. I haven't heard from Matt in a while, but he does comment, and I appreciate it. But it shows all his basses that he plays, probably on this album. But he has many, many, many bass guitars. It's Tony Levin. He played with King Crimson and Peter Gabriel. I really didn't know much about his solo work. A lot of great pictures in here of all of his instruments. But there's one in particular at the end here I wanted to show you. I got fumble fingers here. Let's see. I'm kind of nervous holding things up. Let's see if I can find this one picture to finish up on this guy. Here it is. His father, Tony's father, carved that mahogany figure of a bass guitar and a bass player melding into one. And this was before he even took up the bass, before he even held one in his hands. But he juxtaposed himself. I'm not sure if this is a life size or it's just blown up in proportion to him. I wouldn't know if his father could create a sculpture. He's an artist. His father was an artist and an engineer, he says, and he made this mahogany statue, which is beautiful. But it looks so cool the way he incorporated it into this album. And then on the back, there's Tony with all his guitars. He treats his guitars like his children. That's how he feels, every one of them. Great album. I highly, highly recommend this Tony Levin album. It's a 2-album set. Next one up. I bought this gentleman last time on Record Store Day, Jorma Kaukonen. He was a blues guitarist with Jefferson Airplane and a few other groups. This is not what I expected. It's going to take a few listens. I liked his other album a lot. This is totally different. This is almost like a man with a guitar. It goes back further into the early 60s. I'm going to hang on to this for a while and see how it's actually a 2-record set, but definitely a little different, real folky, not a real big surprise for back in the day. Would I recommend it? At a discount maybe, but I got the Jorma, the Jorma on Black Friday. And lastly, real quick, of course, I got the Doors. This was kind of like another suggestion from Mike at the In-Groove because he heard this recording. He said it was a great recording, and then I kept hearing good things about it before it was released. And I said, because I got burned on one of them Doors live sets that came out on RSD, it didn't sound that great. It sounded like an audience recording. But this one, done right, I believe this was one of the mastering engineers. see if I can glean it from this. There's a nice picture in the book. One thing I noticed about this set, very quiet vinyl, put together really nice, a great concert. This is one concert you can't get on any vinyl. It wasn't available anywhere. So it's well worth it because of the way the guitar by Robbie Krieger, just a lot of great jamming, even though that Jim Morrison is the main part of the Doors that you think of. Robbie Krieger, even the organ, the keyboards by Ray Manzarek. These guys really stretched out in this concert. It's just a fantastic listen. It's a 4-record set. And let's see. I don't think they show it on here. Bernie Grundman, I think, had a hand in this. Let's see. Should have looked this up quicker. Yeah. Bruce Botnick. Yeah, lacquer cutting Bernie Grundman at Bernie Grundman Mastering, Hollywood, California. It's done well. It's done right. Highly recommend it. The Doors. That'll wrap it up for today, guys. I think I just wanted to put my 2 cents in there. Seeing Steve leave so fast, and wasn't sure if his channel got wiped out or what. But I even tried to contact him on email, and it just bounced back. And I thought maybe he just everybody. But I've seen some good positive signs that he's keeping in touch with certain people. I've always been outside the main circle of groups of anybody. That's just the way I am. But I do appreciate you guys out in the VC. And I ain't going nowhere. I'm looking forward to making more videos. Real quick, I'll say goodbye to the stars in my universe. Madison, Evelyn, London, and Charlotte. Love you guys.